Have you heard of rent to own and you're wondering, is it a scam or is it a strategy? Well, stay tuned. I'll break it down for you. Now, rent to own is an agreement between a tenant and an owner, a homeowner, that lets the tenant rent the property for a fixed amount of time, let's say 1 to 3 years. And at the end of that term, the tenant will either have the option to buy the property or the obligation to buy the property. Now, notice those two words are very different. The option to buy. Let's say you are in an agreement for 3 years. That means at the end of that 3 year term, you and the owner will get together and you guys will decide, are you going to buy this property? With the option to buy, you're not under contract to automatically go into a purchase at the end of your term, right? So you have the option. That's where the word comes from. Now, the obligation to buy, that means at the end of that term, you are obligated to go into a purchase for that property. You're under contract, so you could be held liable if you decide after 3 years you don't want to buy that property. Now, when does rent to own make sense? Let's say your credit's a little low. There are a few things you need to clear up on there. Rent to own might be a great option for you because you can build your credit while making payments on a lease. And then when you're ready, you'll be able to buy that property. Let's say you sign a lease for 1 year, right? And then after that year, you fix your credit, you fix your financial situation, and now you're ready to buy. So that would make sense for you in that situation. Let's say you want to save up for a down payment, right? You don't have the money right away, but you have enough credit, you have enough savings to get into an apartment and then save up over that year or 2 years or 3 years. And then you want the option to buy that property, or you go into the obligation because you're pretty confident that you'll get yourself situated in that amount of time. So again, that would make sense for a rent to own situation if you really want this property. Another reason is you want to lock in that price. You know, the market moves from month to month. So imagine a year or 2, 3 years from now where the market is just moving and you don't want to miss the price on this home. So you just lock in with the obligation or the option to buy, and you can go from there. That's when rent to own works for a buyer. Now, when does rent to own work for a seller? I'll let you know. Let's say you have a home and it's just sitting on the market and you're trying to figure out why. It could be the marketing, it could be the pricing, it could be it's just not going well. Rent to own might work for you as a seller because it gives you the ability to meet someone, a potential buyer, someone who's interested in buying, so you don't have to search or market. You have a tenant that's looking to buy in the future. So you could bite the bullet, hold on a little longer, and then when that tenant is ready to buy, you have an easy sale. Also, as a seller, it makes sense because let's say you're under an agreement, with a lease agreement with the obligation to buy. Now you have a guaranteed sale at a later date. You know, everyone's situation is different. So now we come to, do I rent? Do I buy? Do I try rent to buy? And honestly, there is no uniform answer. You have to assess your situation. So I would suggest speaking to a mortgage broker or a lender, speaking to a real estate agent, me, yeah, speaking to a realtor that knows the market and that can help you out and things like that. But as a buyer, you need to speak to a mortgage lender or a mortgage broker to find the best deal or the best situation to learn your financial, what is the word I'm looking for? Your financial health, right? Yes. So after you do that, then you contact me, your local real estate agent, your favorite real estate agent, and then I can do a consultation, a free buyer's consultation for you. As a seller, landlords, this is a great opportunity if you can't sell your home in the time that you would like to, or you're not really getting the offers that you would like to. Take on a tenant and put them, or offer the option to buy later, right? And if you and that tenant, you build a rapport over the year or two or whatever, and then you have a sale at the end of it. And you also have a friend. Win-win situation. The bottom line is, I don't have an answer for you. I do not know if rent to own is right for you, because I would need to know your particular situation. So if you have any questions or any further questions, or if you're interested in finding out where you stand, or as a seller or a buyer, I'm here for a free consultation. You can contact me, you can DM me, you can comment, you can email me. I'll leave my email in the description. And I will also leave a free seller's guide in my description. And I'll see you next time.